Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Olga and today we're having a story time. First, the story is about like my first time in the UK. Like my first time traveling to the UK, and I came for studies and all that. Okay, so let's get into the story time. So after my A level, like when the results came back, we started looking for universities, like UK universities and all that, and then we went through the process. So the process took 6 months for me. That like the very first time, the process took 6 months for me. But then I feel like it's because we didn't know a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'll get into that like in another video. But yeah, so for now, so we went into the process. So while we're going like through the whole process, it didn't hit me that I was actually moving. Like it didn't hit me at all. I was just like, it's like I was moving with the flow. Honestly, it's like I was moving with the flow, because first of all, I had never traveled outside Uganda. Yeah, I think the nearest place I had gone was maybe Kenya, of which like wow, like I had never traveled by plane. That's even the other thing added onto that. Anyway, yeah, so to cut the long story short, we went through the process, and yeah, and then my mom was really supportive during that time. She was helping me with like most of the things. Yeah, I went through the process, and then so we got the uni. After getting the uni, we applied for the visa and all that. And then from there, now imagine, like, you know, when you're going to a certain country, you start asking for information about the country. So people had like scared me, like, oh, you know, just make sure, pray to God, like do not like pray to God so that when you get at the airport, they don't like chase you back and all that. You know how you guys know how people talk about it, like immigration, like in such countries and all that. They'll be scaring you to the core, like, and if you don't have information, trust me, you're going to believe that information. So honestly, it did hit me. But anyway, the day for going reached, guys. It was so emotional leaving my family for the first time. It was so emotional. Like I used to see people crying like when they're emotional, but I didn't know that I would ever get emotional. But guys, so anyway, so I was emotional. I cried. Honestly, I cried. Yes, I cried, and then my siblings also cried. I feel like the fact that I was emotional, it didn't even, how should I say, like I didn't even think about that plane experience. You get? But anyway, so yeah, we took the plane and all that, and even the plane was a little bit, it was very comfortable, and it was what I expected, I think. Yeah, but it was really nice and all that. But then time reached like turbulence. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, so turbulence is like when, I don't have any engineering terms for it, but turbulence is like when the plane is not, like it's not very stable. Like usually, like when you're in a plane, it's very comfortable. Like you won't feel anything. You won't feel if it's moving or not. It's just like you're sitting, the way you're sitting there now. Yeah, that's how it is. But turbulence is like when, you know, when a car hits like humps, yeah, for the plane. Okay, to me that's a feeling I get. That's turbulence. Yeah, so it reached like, oh my goodness, guys, turbulence. I thought that was my death. I started praying. Oh goodness, wow. I started praying, and then, you know, the funny thing is, my prayer was, I was like, oh my God, I know that I have siblings, but I have no kids. So at least God, if this plane is to crash, let me die and let my mom stay alive, because my siblings still need my mom. Wow, guys. I can't believe that prayer, but yeah, like that's what I was praying. But anyway, like later it stabilized and all. Yeah, it stabilized, so we just stayed there. Meanwhile, guys, I was scared to stand up and go and pee, like go in the toilet. Planes, I was scared. Yeah, but yeah, I was scared. But after some, how should I say, like, so when you're coming to the UK, you can use different routes, but for us we used Emirates, like from Kampala to Dubai, and then from Dubai to by that time we went to Gatwick. Yeah, Gatwick airport. So when we reached Dubai, yeah, I think we had kind of gotten used to the whole situation. And then, do you know the funny thing on the plane? Do you know, guys, the funny thing on the plane is, we found one of my cousins. Like, so when we got to Dubai, we met her. When we went to Dubai, we met her at the airport. And then she just told us how to like go through everything, because for her she was going from Dubai to Heathrow airport, because in the UK there are different airports. So if you're taking, let's say, Heathrow and then Gatwick, I mean, if you're taking Heathrow, you take a different plane from the person going to, where did I say, Gatwick or Heathrow? Whatever, but just know when you're going to a different airport, you take a different plane, even though you're going to the same country. Yeah, so she took a different plane, we took a different plane, but she explained to us like how to find our gate at in Dubai. So thank God, guys. God can send you people to lead you. Anyway, so after that, we found our way. Now, guys, stupidly. Okay, I shouldn't say stupidly, but you know when you don't know. When we went to buy the ticket, we did not ask how many hours we have to stay like in Dubai. Guys, we stayed in Dubai. I don't remember, was it like 7 hours? We started dozing on those seats, like, guys. We started dozing on the seats and all that. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, that was just about traveling. Then when we landed in the UK, so when we landed in the UK, because of the information we had received from the other people, like in the past, we were really scared. We were just praying. We're like, God, we pray that they let us in. We pray that they let us in. But anyway, of course, we had all the documents. We had all the documents. We had all the receipts, like literally everything. Yeah. So why did they let us in? Of course. So if you hear like anyone scaring you like that, no. If you have all the documents, they can't refuse to let you in. Anyway, so yeah. So reaching the airport, guys, horror happened. Horror. I don't mean to exaggerate anything. I don't want to exaggerate. But anyway, horror happened. So when we reached the airport, first of all, we did not know what we like. We did not prepare like what means of transport we are going to use from where we landed to the hotel we are going to go to. Imagine. Yeah, and we had booked the hotel online, but guys, I think those days I was a little bit too, I don't want to say stupid, I don't want to abuse myself. But yeah, those days, honestly, I wasn't informed at all. So I didn't know that I could use Google Maps and follow like the means of transport you get. Like, because in Uganda, if you take a taxi, just take the taxi, like, yeah. And then if you're to take, of course an Uber, you need an app. Yeah, but like in Uganda, if you take a means of transport, like you just take it, you don't have to like book in advance and all that stuff. Yeah, but then reaching here at the airport, we hadn't prepared because we thought it's just going to be like that. So my mom told me get out and try to look for taxi. Guys, when I got out, if I tell you, oh wow, if I tell you that the coldness just hit me. The coldness just hit me, guys. It literally hit my senses. Because the moment I felt the coldness, like I ran back inside. Because I had just come out with my outfit and I was just, you know, people tell me it's cold, but it won't hit you until you actually land. And when it's your first time, like when it's your first day in the UK, that like the coldness is just going to be, I don't know, like a freezer. So I told my mom, Mommy, it's like I was in a freezer. That's what I told my mom. I told my mom, outside, we're literally in a freezer. We've entered a fridge, like we've entered a freezer. So I told my mom. Anyway, so I put on my jacket and then I went back outside. Guys, sorry for the noise. Yeah, anyway, so I put on my jacket and went outside. And yeah, I went outside to get a cab. So yeah, to get a cab, like special hire cab, and Uber. Guys, reaching there, first of all, I was talking. Tell me why I was talking to this guy and he was not understanding my English. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like I was speaking in tongues. Because the way I was speaking, it's like I was speaking in tongues. Because to me, I was speaking English. But tell me why I was speaking to this guy and he was not understanding what I was telling him. Because he kept on saying, pardon. Guys, my self-esteem was hit down. Already I was shy to even talk to strangers. Now imagine you talk to someone and they're not understanding your English. Guys, oh my goodness, wow. It was serious. But anyway, so I came back to my mom. Meanwhile, my mom was like, oh my God, why are you being a fella? Okay, so I don't know. I'm not using Ugandan terms. So being a fella is like, oh my goodness, what should I use? Villager? Even villager, the word doesn't exist. Like when you're green about something, I think. Yeah, when you're green about something. So she was like, go and ask the lady. I went and asked the lady. The lady was not understanding me, so I called my mom. My mom came, like, got out of the airport. Also, she also felt the coldness. The coldness also hit her. So anyway, so she talked to the lady, and of course, even the lady kept on saying pardon to her. But then for her, she was more confident than I was, so she was speaking. She spoke louder. Like you get like pardon, and then she's like, I need a cab, a special hire. Like she kept on explaining, like for the lady to understand. Anyway, the lady understood and asked us for the address. Guys, I booked the hotel online. First of all, like I don't know. Anyway, when you're in a new country, you don't know how like their address system works and all that. So of course I had to now go back to the emails of like what I had booked and then show her, because at that moment like I was mute because of that shock, the shock that hit me. Like guys, like culture shock hit me on the first day. Yeah, the shock hit me on the first day. But anyway, so I checked the email and then showed her. Then yeah, from there we went to the hotel. Guys, that day was I don't honestly, it wasn't the worst day of my life, but it was the most overwhelming day of my life because we go to the hotel. So we go to the hotel. Reaching the hotel, I had booked. Okay, here in the UK it's kind of normal, but in Uganda it's not normal. So my Ugandans, listen, the hotel I had booked, the hotel I had booked had decals. Okay, in the UK we call them bunk beds. It had decals and like 6 decals in a room, as if you're banking. Wow, oh my goodness, wow. It had decals, wow. So my mom, of course my mom complained, then we went back down like to the reception. The reception seemed like it's normal. Then we found some really lovely ladies, and the ladies were telling us about Brighton, they were telling us about the UK and how they came for holiday. Meanwhile, like real old ladies. So I was just wondering, why would you go for a holiday when you can't afford a hotel where you sleep in your own room? That was serious. But anyway, guys, to cut the long story short, we had to stay in that hotel for one night because we tried to ask, and because it was September and Brighton is like a city, like it's one of those cities where students like studying from, so all the hotels in the area were booked. And remember, we had already struggled with the taxi, so we're not going to struggle with the taxi again because already we hired the airport taxis, and you know how expensive they are. So I'm saying, you know, but guys, the airport taxi was really expensive, yeah. But anyway, so we had to stay there for a night, and yeah, like it was actually not that bad as we thought, because for us we thought it's so scary, like how can you sleep on a bunk bed? My mom was even contemplating. She was like, if there is no way we can enter your accommodation that I booked for you, like uni accommodation, I think I'll just go back to Uganda early. Guys, wow. Oh, so when she said that, I started praying. I was like, dear Lord, I pray that when you go for my accommodation, like to check the university the next day, yeah, they would let it in. But anyway, so when the next day we walked, we kept on, like we asked people like for the location, but the way we were saying the location was wrong. So we took a bus. The bus ended up stopping us like in the wrong place, because as we're in the bus, my mom kept on sending me in front, like to go to the driver and be like we're going to, I don't remember, was it, okay, so the road, like there's a place called Elm Grove and then another one called Melbourne. My mom was like, go and ask Melbourne, go and ask if there's Melbourne. I hope my mom doesn't see this video. Anyway, so of course I was feeling shy, but I went and asked, but then the driver wasn't understanding me. Guys, as I said, I was shy and mute because I was in shock, like complete shock. Anyway, so my mom went and asked the driver, I'm going to Melbourne, and you know the place is called Melbourne. So the driver was like, what? She was like, Melbourne. She was just so she kept on repeating Melbourne. Then the driver was like, this is Elm Grove. She was like, oh, Elm Grove, not Elm Grove. Meanwhile, the driver is saying Elm Grove, and for her she's saying Elm Grove, and she said she's going to Melbourne. So of course it was funny, but I was also in shock. I was just like, at this moment I cannot even get ashamed, because there were people in the bus and all that. But seriously, but anyway, yeah, we ended up reaching where we were going, and it was a nice accommodation. It was a studio apartment, and if I have the pictures I'll attach them there, but if I don't, sorry guys. Yeah, so that was my first experience. And then so after like 2 days I had to go to uni. Reaching uni, guys, I couldn't understand that, like what people are speaking, because okay, our class like had people from different countries because it was foundation, but guys, I did not, like everyone developed an accent. And I was here with my normal, okay, every accent is normal, but then with like my Ugandan accent that I'm used to and all that, everyone developed an accent. Like I was trying to talk to the people, but it's like everyone was trying to blend in, but then it's like if someone's trying to blend in and they don't know English very well, let's say they're Chinese, Arab or Indian, yeah, imagine they're trying to blend in and trying to like twist the words. I couldn't understand. And then on top of that, the lecturers had strong accents. Oh my goodness, guys. I couldn't, wow, I had to try and be so attentive. Oh my, whew, wow. But anyway, apart from that, the lecturers were really, really nice and friendly, and they understood that I was an international student, so I couldn't, like, I had to like be explained to, and yeah, how should I say, not blending in, like eased into the system, if you get what I mean. Yeah, but apart from that, like it was really good, because later, like after some weeks, I got used to the English, so I was understanding, and then I think I got my first friend after 1 week. But guys, meanwhile, I think I'm skipping the most important part. On all these days, yeah, I used to cry every night. I used to cry every night. Anyway, so I think 2 days after school, my mom had to go back to Uganda. Guys, when I saw my mom entering that Uber, when I saw my mom entering the Uber, I cried. I cried. You know, like when you, how should I say? Like there's that moment where you don't even mind what people will say, like when they see you cry. You know, I cried and then I went back to my room. I started now talking to myself and praying, but while talking to myself at the same time. I was like, darling Lord, you're not my relative, you're not my mother, because my mother has gone. Yeah, but just know I cry. Like I used to cry every night until like maybe 2 weeks. I think I got my friend either after a week or after 2 weeks. But I remember like I went for so many days without a friend, and I was scared to go to any supermarket because like there was self-service and I didn't know how to use self-service. Yeah, so it was, oh my god. Wow, it was so serious, guys. Like I used to literally walk while praying. Like if I'm going to enter a supermarket, I first pray because I'm like, God, give me courage. Because I don't know, like I just felt like I didn't have enough self-esteem to talk. But anyway, we thank God because at least I'm here. So I'm here to guide you guys. Ask me questions about the story, or even ask me about like the different things I didn't talk about. And then I think the next video will be about culture shock. Yeah, so I'm just sharing my experiences, and I hope you guys love the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, you can ask me questions, comment in the comment section and tell me like, wait, I was going to say tell me your experiences, but what? Anyway, comment and ask like different questions. Usually ask anything. Yeah, because I'm here to help you guys, to guide you guys, because this is real. Like I feel like in the UK, if you don't have information and if you haven't had like people's story, like actually people are talking the truth, because some people exaggerate. So if you haven't had those stories, it could be so hard. Like yeah, it would be so hard. But when you have information, like it becomes a lot easier. Yeah, I have more stories for you guys, but first, like the next video will be culture shock, and then we shall go on. Like keep requesting. Yeah, someone requested for this one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and let's grow the community, guys.